test ABC out on this. Let's see how we do. Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Only Donald Trump would try to prove he wasn't threatening ABC by threatening ABC. And you almost have to feel sorry for the people who work.
Something just detonated at the intersection of Hollywood and politic sand. The fallout was immediate. Trump woke up caught completely off guard. Jimmy Kimmel didn't dodge or deflect. He went straight on the offensive, armed with receipts. Then, almost on cue, a brand new lawsuit entered the fray, as if it had been waiting for its moment. Questions started flying. What was actually said? Who filed what? And why do lawyers suddenly look more stressed than producers on Oscar night? This story moves fast, twists sharply, and hits harder than anyone saw coming. So grab the popcorn, mute your phone. Pay attention, Bez. The ending is nothing like what anyone expected. As for the lawsuit, the goal is clear: intimidation. It's meant to scare beyond, more importantly, to warn others against speaking out. This isn't just about silencing one person. It's about sending a message to everyone else.
And he's already figured out where to get the money. Trump today became the first president to sue the New York Times. He's suing the New York Times for $15 billion for defamation. $15 billion. Where does he even come up? These are like numbers my children make up when they're talking about money. I thought he said the New York Times was failing. He thinks they have $15 billion.
Where does he even get these figures? They sound like the kind of numbers kids invent when they're pretending to be rich. I thought he said the New York Times was failing. Now he claims they're worth $15 billion. Before we go any further, make sure to like and subscribe, because this is one story you don't want to miss. The chaos started the moment Trump decided that simple disagreement belonged in a courtroom. This stopped being about policy or results and became about punishing anything that dared exist outside his approval. Jimmy Kimmel didn't panic or back down. Instead, he stepped aside and let the absurdity reveal itself. There were no threats. None were ever made.
He never threatened. J.D. Vance today made the claim that what the FCC chairman said was a joke, which, I don't know, maybe that was a joke? I don't know. They go to all these lengths to say, oh, it wasn't coercion. The president was just musing. And then the second Trump is alone, he sits on the toilet, he gets his grubby little thumbs on his phone, and he immediately blows their excuses to smithereens and says it was ratings.
Trump started filing lawsuits the way others file noise complaints, and it quickly spiraled into something bigger. Critics, comedians, companies, everyone suddenly felt fair game. Kimmel watched it unfold like a sketch that just kept escalating. Trump announced a $15 billion defamation lawsuit against the New York Times, calling it one of the worst newspapers in history and accusing it of decades of lies. His legal reflex kicks in whenever reality doesn't clap one bad headline, one unflattering comment, and the paperwork is ready. By Wednesday, this was meant to be his big finish.
This was his big closer. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. And he does know bad ratings. He has some of the worst ratings any president has ever had. So, on behalf of all of us, welcome to the crappy ratings club, Mr. President. Next, he'll try to sue us. And I want to say good luck with that, because we thought about it, we packed the courts, and we have a surprise ace up our sleeve.
Trump started filing lawsuits the way others file noise complaints, and it quickly spiraled into something bigger. Critics, comedians, companies, everyone suddenly felt fair game. Kimmel watched it unfold like a sketch that just kept escalating. Trump announced a $15 billion defamation lawsuit against the New York Times, calling it one of the worst newspapers in history and accusing it of decades of lies. His legal reflex kicks in whenever reality doesn't clap one bad headline, one unflattering comment, and the paperwork is ready. By Wednesday, this was meant to be his big finish.